when America seizes Japanese occupied territories. The American army returned to the United States to celebrate their first victory on seizing territories from the Japanese. The Allies receive a boost of confidence. The American army left a squad of 10 men who volunteered to stay on the seized territory before they left for the United States. However, they were not aware that the Japanese prisoners expected help from Germany. It was an ambush. The Americans were outnumbered and surrounded by the Germans, who received a message from their allies. The Germans took no prisoners. They shot all the outnumbered soldiers down. They released the Japanese prisoners from their cells, but one American soldier was still breathing. One of the German soldiers loaded his gun and prepared to finish him. But the general told him to stand down. Everyone was shocked by his decision. But the general had a better plan for the American soldier. They took him with them to Germany in a submarine and left the Japanese and the German soldiers to retake the territory. All was lost for the United States, who were unaware that the Axis had fought back. They put the lone survivor in an empty corner. The general briefed his crew about the reasons why he left the American live. Jack Denton, the American survivor who was injured badly, also wondered why he was spared. The next day, President Roosevelt announced to the American people the loss of the island to the Japanese and Germans. The president gave orders not to try to retake the island. The people mourned their lost ones, but no one knew that Jack was spared and taken to Germany. After a week traveling in a submarine, they arrived at Berghof, Germany. Jack was placed in a concentration camp where people are usually left to die, but there were other plans for him there. The general had not yet told Hitler why there was one survivor. Hitler was furious, and he came himself to talk to the general. After the general had been given a chance to explain to the Führer his plans, the Führer smiled and let him proceed. General Himmels came to talk to Jack and wanted to finally reveal to him what was his plan all along. Jack, he said, "My plan is that you will serve us." Jack said, "No way!" And at that moment, Jack was knocked out. When Jack woke up, he was in a lab, restrained. Scientists were torturing him, and every time the pain was too much, they would yell German words at him, especially General Himmels. The same German words would be repeated over and over again. Through much torture and pain, Jack was taken to the end of himself. Finally, the general came to him and said, "Be one of us, and you will be free from pain." He then proceeded to yell the same German words. At this moment, Jack lost consciousness. When he woke up, he was in a hospital, and he did not know who he was. After multiple surgeries and much torture, General Himmel had Jack exactly where he wanted. Jack was completely brainwashed, or so he thought. General Himmel trained Jack day and night. He was his pet project. Jack was the most advanced psychological warfare program that the Nazi army had. Jack was ready for his first mission. General Hummel handed Jack an envelope with his mission. The mission consists in assassinating an American spy in Munich. But before Jack could go, General Hummel looked at him in the eye and said, "No mercy." Jack was riding his motorcycle on his way to Munich. His mind was blank.
nothing else than I need to accomplish my mission. His mission was to intercept this American spy in a weapon factory. But as he got there, he was in the middle of a riot against Hitler. Jack knew where the American spy lived, so he went directly to his flat. He knocked on the door and an old man opened the door, so Jack asked him if his friend was living there. And the old man said no, he moved to room 12. You should go there and check it out. So that's what Jack did. Jack went up to room 12. On his way there, he passed room 10 when he charged his gun, preparing himself to commit a murder. Jack knocked at the door. The spy opened and they quickly got into a fight. Jack was able to shoot the spy in the leg, but the spy fought back. In the middle of the fight, Jack dropped the gun on the floor, and as he was trying to kill the spy by hand, the old man was standing behind him with his gun pointing at him. Quickly, Jack pushed him aside and was able to flee. Jack made it back to camp. He was facing General Hummel straight in the eyes, who asked him, "Have you accomplished the mission?" Jack said, "Mission accomplished." Hummel asked him, were there any witnesses? Jack said yes, one, but nobody would believe him. For the following 2 years, Jack went on more than 34 murder missions, all successful. However, every time he would come back in his room, he would have some flashbacks and strong headaches. Pictures of General Hummel pointing a gun at him, and pictures of him being wounded. He started to remember. General Hummel was becoming suspicious that Jack had all these flashbacks, so he conceived the final mission to send him to Moscow with 2 other soldiers. In reality, he planned for these soldiers to kill him. But Jack saw what is coming. While in Moscow, he took out the 2 soldiers. Then he found a radio and radio General Hummel back, saying, "You're next, I'm coming for you."